New Day Rock. 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 Oh snap, oh snap, oh snap. Hello, welcome to an exciting edition of Jeffrey Show Live. I'm your host, Jeffrey Taylor. And the New Day just won the SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions. They are now your WWE World Tag Team Champions, 5-time Tag Team Champions, and I didn't see it coming. I did it. Let's just hop straight into the main event, you guys, in SmackDown Live tonight. I did not see it coming because the Bludgeon brothers were doing way better than SummerSlam. The Bludgeon brothers wasn't carrying the match. The New Day still get amazing props for taking the beating that they did on this show tonight in the main event in the no disqualification tag team championship match. But the New Day somehow stayed in there. I don't know. I don't want to think too much of it, but the ending was believable. It was like that elbow drop. It was so much emotion, so much passion. Even though the New Day wasn't working on the Bludgeon brothers completely like a beatdown, they kept up with the Bludgeon brothers. They did their thing, and ultimately, they are your new SmackDown Tag Team Champions. The match was actually really good. Like, the match was never slow start for me. It was never boring. It was never just okay. It was actually a really good, solid match. The Bludgeon brothers did what they had to do. I don't know what got into the Bludgeon brothers in this matchup because they were way more intense than the SummerSlam matchup. I don't know if it was no disqualification stipulations, if that was just more of their grounds, but even the SummerSlam match was all over the place. But this match, I really enjoyed it. Big E was not a part of this match just because of his ribs, or the ribs he was eating, whichever one you want to discuss. But Xavier Woods is definitely killing it. He's the one that scored a huge pinfall. It felt like a really special moment. So congrats to the New Day for winning the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships, and hopefully we still get that Hell in a Cell rematch of the Tag Team Championships in a few weeks. Now, I'm going to need my notes for the rest of this show, so let's just go backwards. Let's go backwards from the show all the way to the top. We're going to talk about Samoa Joe assaulting AJ Styles and continue their rivalry and saying some disgusting things with AJ Styles' family still in Brooklyn, watching him take this beating on SmackDown Live. You guys, this is just a really good rivalry. It's one of the top 5 rivalries in the WWE. I would have to sit down and make a list, but easily Samoa Joe has been doing an excellent job, and AJ Styles honestly has been doing his part as well. This feud just keeps escalating, and I'm glad that we're not getting like tag team matches. We're not getting like points. We're getting like segments and builds up and everything. I just hope that the matches deliver even more the next time they step in the ring with each other, because we know what Samoa Joe and AJ Styles are truly capable of. Carmella confronted Paige backstage because it seems like everybody was about to forget her rematch clause, but Paige kind of did her dirty. I really wanted the booking to be like Carmella versus Charlotte at Hell in a Cell and some singles match. It's kind of whack booking, but I wanted it to advance Becky versus Charlotte at the Evolution pay-per-view in October. Now I feel like it leaves open the gateway for Charlotte versus Becky at Hell in a Cell once Charlotte decimates Carmella next week. I just really don't like that. But shout out to R-Truth that's backstage. He's potentially going to be a future SmackDown Women's Champion at the pace he's going in. He's inserted himself in a hilarious manner backstage with Carmella about his championship opportunity. Let's go up a little bit more about Nakamura backstage promo where he pledged allegiance to Naka America. I don't know where Naka America is going because Randy Orton and Jeff Hardy are doing their own thing. We're going to talk about that a little bit later, but Naka America needs something or his title reign is going to suffer deeply. He needs something. Let me think of somebody right quick. Rusev? Let's just say Rusev. Rusev and Nakamura. Let's do that. Let's go with that, you guys. Listen to me, WWE. So speaking of that, Andre, Cien, and Zelina, I'm messing up their names, so let's just move on. Zelina and Andrade, they took on Rusev and Lana tag team matchup. Tag team match wasn't that bad. It had Aiden English assisting Rusev and Lana to get the win after for over a month screwing him out of the WWE Championship. Not screwing, but kind of inserting him away in a place where he didn't belong. in various matches. Andrade got the win at SummerSlam, and Aiden English kind of took the chair from him here tonight to get the win. It wasn't a bad matchup. It was actually pretty entertaining, to be honest. Loving their program. It wasn't a bad program at all. I'm proud of all 5 athletes involved into this program, and I don't think that it's over quite yet. In addition to that, we had Becky Lynch that did a fantastic promo. I know I've gotten on to Becky for weeks, and maybe I am just like you guys that is a sucker for a heel, because her talking as a heel really engaged my attention. Maybe that's just the older in me that loves heels, but Becky Lynch came out to her old theme song, but I guess that's her current theme song. It's too babyface for me. WWE have to like slow that down like they did Nakamura. They have to chop and screw it or change it all together. Throw away the whole theme song because it's just too happy for me, and she can't be this mean heel that's really bitter with such a whoa, whoa, you know, it just don't work. It just don't work. We had Charlotte that eventually came out after Becky finished her wonderful promo that the fans loved here in Brooklyn. Like, huge pop for her live. Charlotte didn't want to talk. She wanted to beat that ass, to be honest. We want to be honest. She just wanted to beat that ass. It took the whole SmackDown women's locker room to come out, which we revealed that there was only 4 baby faces on the SmackDown Live women's roster, and the rest of them are bad women. They're the best. They're like bad heels on the roster. Who knew that Asuka still had a WWE contract too? Shouts to Asuka that came out as well. We noticed that Charlotte attacked Naomi by mistake or in the heat of the moment during this brawl. The brawl was really good. Sometimes it was a little slow pace, and sometimes it was like, but you could feel the intensity of it. I felt something special. Becky and Charlotte are really developing a strong rivalry quickly. I'm enjoying it so far already. We have Peyton Royce that defeated Naomi in a singles match. The match wasn't bad. It wasn't good either, to be honest. I love the Iconics in their opening promo. Love Naomi's entrance. I don't know how Naomi really got lost in the shuffle, but she's fighting her way to be found. Naomi really dictated the majority of the matchup, and her veteran instincts at this point, she really carried the matchup, and I'm proud of her for that. I love the last sequence of this matchup. You guys are saying, how do you love it? But the match still wasn't good. I enjoyed the last sequence of the matchup with Billie Kay and Naomi, and Peyton Royce end up getting the win. I heard Corey Graves give Peyton Royce a little shout out after Dave Meltzer kind of shitting on her over the weekend. That got her a good pop. But I'm proud of the women's division, and I'm glad that another program is being ran outside of the women's championship program. Like, let's just keep the momentum going. Like, let's get Asuka and Mandy Rose into our program. Like, there's enough time for everybody. We had Randy Orton versus Jeff Hardy, which felt like 2008 all over again. I felt like a little kid. And I felt like a little kid even more when Jeff Hardy did that crazy ass shit he's already doing, acting like he's not 40 years old and jumping off something and killing Randy Orton. It wasn't a bad matchup. It was really just waiting for that big spot to happen. Randy Orton did some gruesome things with the ear. He's very physical. But Jeff Hardy, I don't understand this feud completely, but I'm enjoying it. It's just one of those feuds where I actually really understand it, but I don't have time to talk about it because it's actually really, really deep, to be honest. The feud is really deep, so I actually really enjoy it. But Jeff Hardy doing his spot that Jim Ross said, I had to talk with Jeff Hardy, and he said he was going to stop doing dumb shit like that. But what Jeff Hardy, dumbass thing, Jeff Hardy died like he don't got a wife, and I think Jeff Hardy even has some kids, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. In addition to that, we had the opening of the show featuring Daniel Bryan, The Miz, and Maurice, and eventually Brie Bella made her return to SmackDown Live with a huge pop, and Brie Bella looked gorgeous. Some of the highlights of this opening segment was when Maurice took the mic and called Daniel Bryan Daniel Bella, and the crowd started chanting, Daniel Bella, Daniel Bella. Hilarious. I love it in the universe at this point. They are hilarious. Brie Bella just took a mean punch to The Miz. I don't know how I feel about that, because if The Miz would have turned her over the top ropes, everybody would have been mad at The Miz. So it's kind of like, wrestling gets confusing because intergender matches are popular, but I'm just gonna end it at that. I don't like domestic violence, but everybody be like, this is theater, this is a show. But the way Bree socked it to The Miz, if Miz would have, y'all would have been like uproar. But in the Attitude Era, we got more of that. But Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella will be teaming up to take on Miz and Maurice at Hell in a Cell tag team matchup. I'll take it. I'm not against it because Maurice is going to be in action. I'm impressed that Royce is being a super mom and getting right back into the ring. And this match is actually pretty dope. I mean, they're both married, they both have kids, the rivalry's intense of 8 years. This is like some Hallmark TLC moment right here, actually in wrestling. I actually like it a lot. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Jeffrey Show Live. Be sure to share your thoughts in the description. SmackDown Live wasn't bad. It didn't captivate my attention as much as other episodes, but SmackDown Live is like the A show. I love it, to be honest. Be sure to leave your thoughts on the new SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions. AJ, I saw Carmella has a championship match next week in her rematch clause. Naomi may or may not be in the next week's episode. Asuka still has a contract. Daniel Bella may be in action next week as well. And Jeff Hardy, let's just pray that he's okay. I'll be checking you guys later on another exciting edition of Jeffrey Show Live.